Hey, what is this? I wonder what these people are doing. Do we weigh coins? Till now, I thought that coins are only counted.
Yes, they do.
But why?
Because it is very tedious to count coins. They weigh them instead. Bankers know that a fixed number of a particular type of coin always has the same weight.
Amazing! This reduces a lot of time.
So, the bankers link the mass of coins to the number of coins present. Here's another example. In a laboratory, when experiments are conducted using elements or compounds, the mass of an element or compound is taken into consideration, rather than counting the number of atoms that an element or compound contains. This lesson is about the concept of a mole. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the concept of a mole, calculate molecular mass at formula unit mass of a given molecule, apply the concept of mole and molecular mass to solve given problems.
So, how can they arrive at a conclusion that mass equals the number of atoms?
Atoms and molecules, being very minute, have tiny masses. It is practically not possible to find the mass of one atom or molecule or ions. Hence, a bigger unit called mole is introduced. Then, 1 mole is defined as the amount of substance of a system which contains as many entities like atoms, molecules and ions as there are atoms in 12 grams of carbon-12. Scientists, through various experiments, found that the number of atoms present in 12 grams of carbon-12, which is equal to 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power of 23. This means the atomic mass in grams of an element contains 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power of 23 atoms of that element. This number was called mole by scientists. A mole is a constant, definite number of atoms of a particular element. For example, when your mother asks you to get a dozen apples, how many would you get?
It means 12, obviously.
Similarly, a mole is also a constant and a definite number like a dozen.
A mole.
Scientists, after a series of experiments, concluded that 1 mole of any substance contains 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power of 23 number of atoms. Here is an example. The number of atoms present in 12 grams of a carbon-12 isotope, which is equal to 1 mole of carbon, contains 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power of 23 number of atoms. Similarly, 16 grams of oxygen and 14 grams of nitrogen, which is also equal to 1 mole, contains 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power of 23 number of atoms.
So, it is a constant.
Yes, you are right. This number is used as a constant and is called Avogadro's number.
Avogadro's number?
This was named after the Italian chemist Amedeo Avogadro. So from this we can say that a mole is also known as an Avogadro number.
I love word-building type of games. Words fascinate me. I wonder. Are these two words connected to each other in any way?
Relative atomic or molecular mass in grams of a substance is equal to the mass of 1 mole. So, atomic mass units, U, is the mass of one atom of that element. However, the molar mass, which is the mass of 1 mole of an atom of an element, has the same numerical value as that of atomic mass. However, in case of molar mass, the units change from atomic mass units U to grams G.
Can you explain it clearly?
In other words, the molar mass of an atom is also known as gram atomic mass. For example, the atomic mass of carbon equals 12 atomic mass units. So, the gram atomic mass of carbon is equal to 12 grams. Therefore, 12 grams of carbon is equal to 1 mole atom, which has 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power of 23 atoms of carbon. 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power of 23 atoms of nitrogen. Molecular mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in the molecule of a substance. It is therefore the relative mass of a molecule expressed in atomic mass units, U. For example, molecular mass of sulfuric acid is equal to the sum of atomic masses of hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Therefore, the molecular mass of sulfuric acid, which contains 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen, is equal to 1 multiplied by 2 plus 1 multiplied by 32 plus 4 multiplied by 16 equals 98 atomic mass units. The sum of the atomic masses of all atoms in a formula unit of a compound is represented as the formula unit mass of a substance. We calculate the formula unit mass of a compound in a similar way as that of molecular mass.
So then, what's the difference between the two?
The term formula unit is used for those substances which are made up of ions. For example, sodium chloride that contains sodium and chlorine atoms whose weights are equal to 1 multiplied by 23 plus 1 multiplied by 35.5 equals 58.5 atomic mass units. How about some problems? Watch me as I work my way out of questions related to the mole concept.